Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Derek Ledwidge from Strive Fitness and Performance, and today we're going to go over diet breaks. There's a lot of different versions of diet breaks, both length and timing and what you do during these diet breaks. For our purposes today, we're going to go over the diet break that should happen after a challenge or a long period of time that you were dieting. Most people know what to do when they diet. I mean, there's so many different ways to lose weight out there, but no one really talks about what happens when you achieve your goal or when those 6 weeks or 8 week challenges are done. A lot of times people go right back to bad habits and they put all that weight back on again. All right. Even though diets are, it's a bad word in most cases, but they do serve a purpose. And in order to lose weight, you do have to eat less food in order to be in a calorie deficit in order to lose that weight. So they do serve a purpose. Even rapid fat loss diets, long-term fat loss diets, all of them serve a purpose if they're done well. Okay, but the trick is what to do when you actually achieve your goal or when you feel burnt out or are just not losing weight anymore. And that's what a diet break is. Like I mentioned, for specifics, this is what should happen after a challenge. Okay, lengthwise, it could be literally anything. It could be a week, 2 weeks, something to just sort of live your lifestyle, or it could be the entire summer. All right. The key is we have to do it in moderation and still be able to watch what's actually happening. Okay, when should these diet breaks happen? Like I mentioned, when you achieve your goal. All right, so say your goal was 20 pounds, 30 pounds, anything like that. Hey, you achieved your goal for however long it took. You achieved your goal. Awesome. Now what's next? All right, you are burnt out. Okay, some people, you've been doing great for, a couple months now, going back and forth between challenges, not doing challenges, and so on, and you're just done. You don't want to log anymore. You don't want to pay attention to it anymore. You're just completely done. All right, a lot of times this would be with a reverse dieter as well. All right. Or you're just not losing anymore. You plateaued, you don't know what's going on. A lot of times just taking a break a little bit and not really stressing out about it will actually revamp that metabolism and get you going again to get you over that little hump. Okay, why? Why do we choose to not diet anymore? And that is simply so our metabolism doesn't adapt anymore. Okay, there's different videos that I've done in the past that talks about how the metabolism adjust accordingly to diets, and it's nothing under your control or anything like that, but this ends up slowing it down a little bit so that way we can diet a little bit longer instead of plateauing. Okay, and not to mention just plain old sanity. Okay, diets are really stressful on the body as well as on the mind, and a lot of times just having a little bit of diet break gets you to just calm down a little bit. Okay, how? There's two different versions, the non-counting one and the counting one. All right, just really depends on what type of person you are, and you have to be honest with yourself how good you are at making good decisions. All right, the non-counting would be people like myself. Okay, I know what good choices are. I know when I'm being bad or anything like that. I know when to stop myself. All right, these are people that already have those good habits. Okay, we're going to use those good habits, but sort of have a little bit more flexibility. Okay, so we're going to live our life, but also make good choices. Okay, so if you know you're going to go to, a buffet or something like that, and you've been dieting really good, but you know what's good and what's bad, maybe you do indulge it a little bit, have a couple of alcoholic beverages, not going on any type of binge, but you're still living your life. Okay, and the calories are going to go up. Okay, and the counting one. Basically, we're going to slowly but surely increase calories around 200 to 500 each week. It really depends. Okay, and one of the biggest things is if we don't know what to do with this, hire a coach. All right, it's really, really easy to overdo things if we don't know what's going on. Okay, and if we are good with numbers, we're stopping around 12 to 14 times our body weight. Okay, or just again when we're happy again, things like that. One of the better ways to do it is to do a little bit of both. If we're done for the summer and we don't really want to diet anymore, maybe we spend a little bit of time to do this little by little so we don't gain a whole lot of weight. And then the rest of the summer, hey, we're non-counting. Our bodies are used to the higher caloric level and we're ready to roll. Okay, a couple of helpful tips. All right, we form these diet breaks around special occasions, whether it is a wedding, for just like 1 day or 2 days, a long weekend, a vacation, so that we do have those higher calories during that time, but we're not sort of screwing up our body composition, but we're just living our life. And then when we come back, we can start dieting again because we just obtained our goal, we enjoy ourselves for the vacation, and now we just had that diet break, and our metabolism is a little bit higher now. Okay. Another tip, you will gain some weight during this time, okay, but you will be better off for long-term results. Okay, the weight initially, if we do well with this, ends up being just because we're eating more food, namely carbs. We're starting retaining a little bit of water, and it'll be a little bit of fat. Just really depends on how much we overindulge. Okay, so and that's one of the main things that we want to go a little bit slower, just simply because if we go too fast, our body's not going to know what's going on. We're used to 1,400 calories. We're eating 2,000 now, and it has no idea what's going on. It's not going to use the energy, and so it's going to store it as fat. That's why we want to go little by little, and then start living our lives. Okay, if we're really freaking out about this, which most people are, I already talked about it. Hire a coach, hire a professional, ask questions, do whatever you can do to have someone to hold you accountable. Or I use these higher calories on workout days. If you are working out, which you should, especially strength training days, we're going to use these higher calories on those workout days first, so that our body is using those higher calories instead of just lying around upping those calories every single time. So if we're upping those calories on workout days, say it's 3 days, now all of a sudden we're eating more, our metabolism starts revving up, we're getting that refeed in, that diet break in, and then all of a sudden now we add little by little those other days when our body is used to it. Okay, it may sound weird, but these are a game changer for a lot of people. I use them myself. I'm actually currently doing that this weekend. I'm having 2 back-to-back. I had a couple parties to go to. Still maintain my weight during this time. I wasn't losing, but I still maintained that weight. And I was able to live my life. And then during the next week, I'm going to come right back down again and start right from the game board. All right? So make sure we do utilize this. And especially after the challenges, if you have any questions, by all means, message me on Facebook or message me on our website, and we'll answer any questions that you might have.